In November of 2019, I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. UC is a form of irritable bowel disease which causes severe inflammation of the colon and results in symptoms that significantly hinder one's quality of life. Since then, it's been an uphill battle, failing medication after medication, treatment after treatment, being labeled as medically resistant, and ultimately not being able to reach remission since my diagnosis. With all the frustration of repeated failure and the constant cycle of gaining and losing hope, it's been an emotional and spiritual battle, just as much as it's been a physical one. At times, it has caused me to swell up with such anger, frustration, agitation, fatigue, sadness, and hopelessness. It's made me question my mental and overall strength and whether I'd ever be normal again. But it's also made me question my emunah, or faith, in Hashem, repeatedly asking the same question over and over again. Why? Why did this have to happen to me? Why did Hashem give this to me? Why do I deserve this? The list continues on forever. For these last 2 years, I've been asking the same questions, practically yelling and pleading with Hashem to give me an answer, or at least a sign of any kind. Little did I know, the answers to my questions I've been asking since my diagnosis would instead come from my growth and what I've learned since my time at Beit Hillel High. After graduating from Beit Hillel Academy in 2017, I decided to attend Nicolet High School. At the time, I had not even considered Hillel High as an option and decided I would rather test the waters of public high school. To say my 3 years at Nicolet were less than spectacular is an understatement, and I always describe my time being there as business. The atmosphere and environment were just not right for me. Although I had my friends and social circles, I primarily just focused on my education, seeing school as just having to be in and out. I would wake up dreading the day ahead, go to school, come home, and do homework until the late hours of the night, heading to sleep straight afterwards. And each day the cycle would repeat itself. Of course, I gained an exceptional education, which I'm very grateful for, and I worked extremely hard to succeed. But what did I really gain from my time there? Each day was miserable. I had little to no fun, but most significantly, I wasn't growing in any way besides maturity and knowledge, which comes naturally as you get older regardless. Although I did feel a heightened strength and pride in my Judaism, after being the only Jew in the school wearing a yarmulke, taking off for Yomim Tovim, and leading the C-Teen programs year after year, I was mostly inspiring and helping others grow. But what was I doing for myself? How was I growing? I decided it was time for a change. I yearned to be in an environment that more resembled a community, and a Jewish one specifically. I yearned to be back in Judaic classes, learning subjects such as Chumash and Chassidus. Most importantly, I yearned for a feeling of home and belonging, and that's exactly what I got for my first day at Beit Hillel High. What was once a place I dreaded stepping foot into became my home, and a place that showed me that school can be enjoyable, it can be fun, and it doesn't have to be hard to get out of bed in the morning, even if you don't feel like davening sometimes. For the last 3 years, my brain has been growing, but there's no meaning to that growth if your soul is left behind in the process, trying to keep up. Throughout this year, the camaraderie of my friends, the support of the teachers, and the love, understanding, and inspiration of the administration has helped both my brain and, more importantly, my soul grow. And with that growth and learning came answers to the questions I've been asking for the past 2 years. The answers, I don't know, and I never will. But what I do know is that Hashem does everything for a reason. He doesn't give us challenges to those not strong enough to face them, so I'll take that as a compliment. Maybe in the same way I've been crying out to Hashem, He's been crying out just the same for me to get closer to Him, just through this medium. So every time I face a bump in the road, I keep these things in mind. And I push through and strengthen my emunah instead of letting it wither. Because it's easy to lose faith when things are difficult, but it's incredibly powerful to retain our faith when the going gets tough. And I'm ready for that challenge. So, to the amazing teachers, administrators, and everyone that makes Be'er Hillel High the school that it is, thank you. Thank you for teaching me to love high school. Thank you for giving me a second home. Thank you for inspiring me. Most importantly, thank you for helping me get out of bed every single day, not just to go to school, but to face whatever challenges life throws at me with a smile on my face. I also want to thank my friends, except Yosef, who've been there for me every step of the way. And of course, to my parents, who've believed in me and supported me in every step I take and every decision I make, and for being the most supportive and loving people I know. No words can describe my gratitude towards what you've done for me and for just being my parents. I love you both so much. With that being said, thank you to everyone for coming tonight and for joining us in this celebration as we advance into the next chapters of our lives.